Hey everybody, welcome back to Everything MTG. My name is Justin and we're glad to have you here. So today we're going to be playing some more MTGA and we're going to be using this budget Dimir Surveil deck that I had foreshadowed in the last video. The great thing about this is it includes no rares. My deck list here does include 4 rares, but all you have to do to have this be a no rare, no mythic budget deck is drop these Drowned Catacombs and put in 2 swamps and 2 islands. So the great thing about this is it's relatively easy to get common and uncommon wildcards. Rare and mythic wildcards are a lot harder, and the upgraded deck list has a lot of mythics and rares. So this should be pretty easy to craft. Now, if you guys aren't aware, the Gameawards just went on the other night. They made some Magic the Gathering announcements, and one of the announcements they made was they're adding a code into the game to give players a pack of cards, the Gameawards pack of cards. So if you go into store, redeem code, and you type Gameawards, you'll be able to get this pack of cards. Now, it's not going to work for me because I've already done it, but I'll do Dimir Surveil here. It will get you 1 Cleansing Nova, 1 Galta Primal Hunger, 1 Risk Factor, 1 Search for Azcanta, 1 Vraska's Contempt, 4 Conclave Tribunal, 4 Eldest Reborn, 4 Lava Coil, 4 Merfolk Branchwalker, 4 Sinister Sabotage. And the great thing about that is almost all of those cards are used in the current meta right now. They're all very useful. They're all very helpful. And especially for this deck, you need 3 Sinister Sabotage here, so that's going to take care of that entirely. So I believe these are uncommons too, so you can knock 3 uncommons off your list. So we're going to go ahead and jump into a match. Not use Golgari. And see how we do. You guys might have run up against this in the current meta. It is pretty prevalent. Sam Lowry. Whoa, Tower of Power over here. Okay, so I suppose we'll keep this hand. So we can Barrier of Bones on 1, Dimir on 2. That's pretty good. So Surveil is an amazing mechanic. I didn't think it was that great until I started playing this deck. And, oh my gosh. I mean, you almost never get mana screwed in this deck just because there's so much Surveil. Honestly, it's amazing. Okay, so we got mono white here. We are going to go ahead and... do we want to Thought Erasure turn 2? I think we do. We're going to check out his hand, see what he's holding on to. Okay, a couple of annoying things here. Goring Ceratops is no big deal, we can just cast that down. The Knight of Autumn's annoying. I don't want to have anything hit with Hieromancer's Cage though, so I think we're just going to get rid of that. Keeping the Notion Rain on top is okay. Pass it over to him. So we won't be having to worry about this Leonin Vanguard unless it gets enchanted for a while. That's probably coming down next turn, but we'll take care of that. So I'd like to Notion Rain, but we need to get our attacks online here. We can Notion Rain next turn. So Dimir Spybug, whenever you Surveil, you get a 1/1 counter on it. Has Flying and Menace. Now it doesn't work maybe the way you think it does. This has Surveil too, so it won't get 2 1/1 counters. It'll only get 1 1/1 counter every time you Surveil, even if it's in bulk, which is unfortunate. He's going to get that life gain. But Flying and Menace 1/1, and you get 1/1 counter every time you Surveil, which obviously this deck is Surveiling quite a bit, is really amazing. So, Disinformation Campaign is good. I really want to cast this down, but I hate to miss land drops. I think what we're going to do is Notion Rain here, and I'm willing to sacrifice the Barrier of Bones. We'll get rid of the Barrier. We'll take the Nightveil Sprite. It's a good activator for this deck. Dang, didn't draw into a land. Hopefully we'll draw into one next turn. Let's go ahead and get 2 in here. If we don't draw a land next turn, we will definitely be casting this down, unless he plays something more threatening. I don't want to let a 4/3 run around on the board forever. Okay, so this one will be getting cast down then. So we're going to eat quite a bit of damage here. Actually, we're going to sacrifice it to that. I'm willing to take it too, that's fine. No land again, oh my goodness. Okay, so we're gonna Yeah, he's green-white, so he shouldn't have any like, dive-down effects. So we're going to go ahead and just pass. It's not looking good. We really need those lands. Keeping in what I would consider Dimir control, or a form of it, it's hand control. You can't miss land drops. The fact that we missed 2 land drops here is pretty damning. And he got a Pyromancer's Cage back, which is super duper frustrating. Okay, so we're going to take a lot of damage here. Oh, and he actually didn't attack with the Vanguard this time. It's interesting. So, we're going to go ahead and kill off this 4/6 so he stops getting incredible life gain. We're not going to block that. Hopefully we draw a land here. There we go. So that's looking better. We could, and probably should, attack his hand. But I feel like he would probably ditch the Goring Ceratops to keep the cage, and we can't afford to take a lot of that damage. So, what we'll do, I think, is play 2 sprites. We're going to chump the 4/3 with this Dimir Spybug unless he Hieromancer's Cage, which he probably will. Okay. Not attacking with the Lena Vanguard again. That's good because I know we're at 7, but I have no intention of blocking this. He's not playing red, so I don't have to worry too much about getting slapped around with direct damage. How do I want to handle this? Play the Spybug. Double swing. Spybug will become a 3/3. I can kill this. We'll take 3. It's not going to work. We could rely on Disinformation Campaign to draw us a land, but I really doubt that's going to happen. So we'll just go ahead and play the Spybug. We'll pump it up once because we really need to get some lands in here. That actually... that could work. We need a 5th land to play that though, that's the problem. Yeah, we won't be able to Dispersal. I mean, nah, we gotta get rid of that. That's not useful enough. Okay, so he'll get the pump. He probably won't trade here. Nope. Luckily, he's not got the mana to drop this Goring Ceratops. Hopefully we can get another cast down. Not too worried about that. Honestly, these are just used for the life gain, and we're so far away from, like, thinking about killing him for damage right now. We take 4 there, so... block here... block here, take 2, hope he doesn't have a pump spell. He does. Not. He does. Now, luckily it was a single target pump spell. Okay, another Spybug. Nope, that's gonna be game. Alright, game 1, 2. This deck can handle aggro. Not well, though. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the most poor deck I've seen at handling aggro. We'll jump into another one. But, like, really hard aggro like that guy's playing, we're gonna have a problem. Especially when we get land screwed for 3 lands. Because with the Disinformation Campaign and the Nightveil Sprite, we could have taken his hand out pretty effectively and just stopped everything he was doing there. Now, Amanda, I know you're sitting over here. I can't tell you how many times I actually get destroyed by a Tower of Power. That guy was playing 79 cards and I got wrecked. And like, it happens a lot. I come up against a lot of people that are playing like 70 or 80 cards in their deck and I lose. I mean, you wouldn't think with the consistency of a 60 card deck and the inconsistency of a 70 or an 80 card deck, you would be losing to that, but I mean, maybe it's just because certain scenarios like drop that first, getting land screwed, or whatever, but it seems to happen more often than I'd like. Yeah, it could. Okay, River Sneak is always a problem. We're not going to block here. This Nightveil Sprite is going to activate our Dimir Spybug pretty hard, which is great. So we're gonna turn to that. We're gonna play this now. This will help fix our draws, which is great, and you can't block it. Folk has trouble blocking that. We are gonna keep that because I want to get rid of that River Sneak. I want to let that sneak around like a little sneaky boy. Okay, yeah, especially with the J-Bear. That's gonna hurt him a little bit to have that blown up. I'd like to get the Disinformation Campaign online, but we can't let that River Sneak run around. He's gonna get that pumped up pretty quick. I mean, he could drop up to 3 Merfolk next turn and really pump this. Yeah, he's got another one, so it's definitely got to go. He can't be eating that much damage. He said oops. He forgot to play the River Sneak before his combo. Okay, so we're going to activate our Spybug again. Fix our draws a little more. Sinister Sabotage is a no. Just because he's so low on hand, and we already have a Disinformation Campaign, it just doesn't make sense. Now, normally I'd wait until his turn to use Cast Down, but with Dive Down running around, which is +0, +3, and Hexproof for 1 blue, we need to take care of this now. Because it's very plausible he's running it. It's an extremely good card. And we're actually going to Discover here as well. We don't need to Dispersal any of this. Thoughtbound Phantasm is good, and the land is good. Do we keep like that? We're actually going to keep like that. Because what we're going to do is we're going to draw this card here. We'll draw here. And then we're going to Disinformation Campaign to kill off, hopefully, something in his hand. This might seem foolish, but we're not going to block here, because I can almost guarantee you he's going to River Herald's Boon here. But it's also unfortunate, because he's going to throw it on the Sneak then. Which means we're going to be eating quite a bit of damage. Wasn't worth losing the Spybug just yet, I don't think. Okay, so we're going to go Island. This is amazing. With the Thoughtbound, we're going to get some real defensive power in here. Now what we're looking to do is, and we are going to attack with our Nightveil, what we're looking to do here is draw into some kill spells. That's not a kill spell, so we're going to get rid of it. And actually, that was a misplay on my part. I should have played Disinformation Campaign first, because when you play it, you draw a card, your opponent has to discard a card, and you bounce it back to your hand whenever you Surveil. So I could have bounced it with the Nightveil Sprite, so I could get it next turn. I mean, I'm going to get it back next turn anyways when I attack with the Nightveil. So we have to kill this now, or we're going to lose. Let's see what we can do about that. We've got our 3 blockers. We're going to have to Notion Rain here. No, no. Draw 2. Two Notion. Hilarious. Okay. Drop the swamp. 1, 2, 3, okay. If he doesn't play a Merfolk or a Pump Spell, we'll live 1 more turn. Man, oh, you're getting owned here. Okay. But we're gonna lose our entire board. I assume he drew... Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, yeah, because this has 3. Sorry, I was thinking 4 because of last turn. Alright, scoop it up. Shit, let's see. Merfolk's usually not that big of a problem with the unblockables, because there is removal here. I mean, we're looking at Sinister Sabotage, Thought Erasure to take it out of their hand, Dispersal. Of course, you've got Cast Downs, 3 of them. So usually that's not a big issue. But him having 2 of them was like a little unfortunate for us. Alright, we'll do a couple more. 1 or 2 more. I believe it or not, this deck actually does win. It might be better to take it into Constructed. I don't know if you guys are comfortable enough running Constructed, but there's a lot less aggro in Constructed, and that's where you're going to have your best matchups. Also, you can win some a good amount of coins and a nice amount of cards. So this guy is probably playing Golgari. Yeah, all the blue's fine though, because we're going to Nightveil Sprite. If we can get one black, we can Notion Rain. Yep, that's Golgari. Golgari usually doesn't run Rejuvenator though, that's kind of weird. Another Notion Rain. Oh, you think this is Elf Ball? That's a good point. This is Elf Ball. I didn't even think about that. I haven't seen elves in 30, 40 matches. Oh, that's not an elf though. Oh. Okay. So, we really need a land. We do have a bit of the upper hand here, and it might not seem like it. That's perfect. Because we can get in damage, we have our blocker, and we're holding up a counter spell, so we don't have to do anything here. Next turn's going to be great, because if he doesn't play anything, we can also play the Thoughtbound and hold up a counter spell again. Yeah, this is pretty perfect. I wouldn't be surprised if he's sitting on a murder though, but you know what? That literally doesn't matter because of Sinister Sabotage. So now we're going to get some really good blockers here. I mean, this is the best position you could want to be in. Yeah, we are going to take that. We need that black so we can start getting our hand attacks online, our draws online. So this guy's no longer killable by Death Bloom, which is bad for him. Find Finality. We are not going to allow that. That'll -4/-4 the board, and we're not having it. Yep, okay. I don't think he was so far gone that he needed to scoop there. I think he still could have won. Yeah, we had a pretty positive board position there, but I mean, he was at 18 life, and I was 1/1 pinging him. I couldn't even swing with the Thoughtbounds because they need 3 1/1 counters. Yeah, I know. You do get matched up with control like so much that eventually you see a person drop a black or a blue, and you're like, all right, I'm done. You don't even wait for their first spell. Like, I played Jeskai so much yesterday. It was so frustrating. This isn't the best hand. It's okay, though, I guess, because we have Spybug, and then we can Dispersal or Notion Rain. Bless you. We're playing the good old Boros. This could be trouble. Boros, we need hand attack, which we do not currently have. Because we need to get the Leonins and the Aurelias out of his hand. Oh, okay. He's also playing green. This isn't something new, I've seen it. This is hardcore ramp into something like Volta or something stupid. Okay, there's our Disinformation Campaign. We will go ahead and do that in a minute. Yeah, speaking of Carnage Tyrant, this deck does have a way to handle that, and that is Dispersal and Sinister Sabotage. Dispersal, when you play that, and it is at instant speed, each opponent returns a non-land permanent they control with the highest CMC to their hand and then discards a card. Oh, he's playing Tristani. Okay. Tristani is really annoying. Could Notion Rain here. I think we do. We need a kill spell for Tristani. We can't let her stick around longer. We're going to have a big problem. It's a good thing we did, because I don't want 2 lands off the top. And we got a land in a Notion Rain anyway. So we'll get that back. We have the Spybug. I think we're going to keep the Spybug back for now. I'm not going to block these, but I will block the Tristani. We have to discard a card, which, by island. I don't care about the island. We got that Drowned Catacomb. The sweet spot on land for this is about 6. So what we're going to try and catch him in is a Dispersal at the end of his turn. He is running red, which I don't normally see red in Tristani. I guess it's for things like Baneplayer. So what we're going to try and do is catch him on the end of his turn, next turn, with Dispersal to bounce Tristani, and then hold up Sinister Sabotage when he goes to replay it. So we'll go ahead and let him think we don't have anything. Tristani's such a good card. She's so powerful. Okay, so he shocked himself for that. He must have something pretty big. Yeah, unfortunately we're gonna have to eat that damage so we can... I can't have him just like Tristani on his second main. Okay, so he just went straight to end step here. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and Dispersal. So he doesn't have a choice, Tristani has to go. And we might get another good card out of his hand here. Yep, Clarion's a good one. We have, we can have a big problem with Clarion. Now that he's down to 1/1s, this is very good for us. So, we need to hold up 3, which gives us 3. We could hand attack him again, or we could Dimir Spybug into Barrier of Bones, so he won't be able to hit us for any damage. But being Boros, he probably has something I don't want to deal with. So we're going to Disinformation Campaign and get something out of his hand. Thoughtbound is great. We need about 1 more land given what we have. Star of Extinction, wow. You don't see a lot of people running that outside of like Jeskai. Okay, so he's going to end up tapping his whole mana board here for... Well, he'll have a couple left now because of the land he just played. Plaka. We can't. I mean, Tristani's good, but we can't allow Plaka. It just cannot happen. We'll keep that. And actually, since he tapped his whole board, we're going to play Disinformation Campaign and force him to get rid of that Tristani. Yeah, and I guess he wasn't liking that idea, so... Worked out pretty well. See, when the deck works, man, it works. Alright, we'll go ahead and do one more. I don't want the videos to be too long. I'm trying to shorten the videos because I know like 48 minutes is really long, but I like to really like hammer my games out and I don't really think about it. But I know you guys don't want to sit here and watch 40 minutes of videos. Yeah, so I'm going to do one more. See if we can find another success. That was 2 games of success because my opponent scooped when they had 26 life and 18 life. Just because, I mean, one of the win cons of this deck is people scooping because they get so mad that you're taking everything from their hand. And that's reasonable. Yeah, it does stop them from playing Game Magic, and let's be honest, that's pretty rude. So he's playing mono white. We're gonna Thought Erasure next turn. Well no, this could be white black vampires. This is white black vampires. Maybe we should have Thought Erasure to get rid of that Legion's Lieutenant. Let's go ahead and do this. We will... I really want a Disinformation Campaign here now. What could he do for 3? No, I think we're okay here. And now this is going to be a misplay again, because I should play Disinformation Campaign first. But I wanted to ensure that there was a land on the top of the deck, which there is. So he won't be able to play Call to the Feast until turn 4, which is one of the bigger things I want to avoid here. Got rid of a land, so he must have a little bit of flood going on, I have to imagine. Then again, his curve is pretty low. That's really good. Problem for us. Okay. Play Drowned Catacomb. Let's go ahead and Thought Erasure. See what we can get out of his hand. Twilight Prophet's a pretty good pick. We don't need any more land. Grab our Disinformation Campaign back. You're still not in a great place though. We don't have any removal at the moment. Can I afford to swing here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can afford to swing here in the hopes of getting a removal spell. It's not a removal spell, but I'll take a creature too. He's just going to end up overrunning us. One thing if you want to make this deck your own a little bit, one thing you definitely can put in here is not Vraska's Contempt, but the one that does -2/-2 across the board. That's really helpful for these aggro matchups. Play Spybug. He's just going to ditch the swamp. And of course we get an island. So we block here and here. We take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, yep, that's gonna be game. Yeah, I can't remember what the name of that card is. Jeez. Let's take a look. I think I'm playing it in my other Dimir deck. I'm not. Man, I was. Oh no, I'm playing it in Golgari. Oh, did I take it out? Dang. Anyways, if you play, it's a black card. I think it costs 2. Yeah, there it is. 3. 2 black and 1. Golden Demise. -2/-2 across the board. If you have Ascend at -2/-2s, your opponent's creatures only. That's really, really great for these aggro matchups. Something like that would have wiped his entire board, and that guy would have been in a lot of trouble. Deadweight is also really good for getting rid of early game Landwar Elves, early game Johnny Sprite mates, things like that. So you can definitely look into that. The deck doesn't have the best win rate, but for the fact that it's budget, it's pretty good. You can definitely win a couple times with it, and it does, and I have taken it into Constructed, and it does do better in Constructed. So go ahead and check it out. The credit for that goes to another Magic the Gathering YouTuber, Merchant. He plays a lot of MTGA, interesting videos. You can check him out if you want to. Just type that into the YouTube search bar. Next time, on our next video, we're going to be playing Golgari Midrange. It's a really great deck. This is unfortunately not budget. So for those of you that want to play a Golgari midrange deck that does not focus around the Eldest Reborn, that is not budget, go ahead and check that out. Anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. If you guys found the video interesting, go ahead and subscribe, put a like, and share with your friends if they like Magic the Gathering content or may be interested in watching some Magic the Gathering content. And we'll see you guys next time. We'll see you guys next year. We'll see you guys next time right here on Everything MTG. Peace.